the Gradebook. This is where the main magic is. Here we have series of formulas that will transform our raw scores and give us a detailed result and analysis. In this lesson, you will learn how to link cells, use Excel formula and functions like sum, average, mean, max, median, standard deviation, rank, sum if, VLOOKUP, index and match, etc. Let's go in. This is our template and this is the Gradebook part. On this side we have the admission number as we have it on the database, and the names as we have it on the database. Now, first thing we'll do here is cell linking. If I click this first box and I look at the formula bar, you will see that I've put a formula which says if database, this is the database, if the database page D4, go to database D4, if this portion is empty, let me go back. If that portion is empty, put empty. Otherwise, put whatever is inside that database. This is what we call cell linking. If this place is empty, make it empty here. Otherwise, if there's a value there, put whatever value you have in here in that cell. This is what we call cell linking. Now, let me clean off the formula. I can as well do it just this way. Just clicking the cell. I'll click in the cell. Then I put my equal to sign. Go to the database. Click on the cell you want to link it to. When you click on the cell, click enter. If you click enter, it will bring whatever you have there directly. Alright, that means we have linked this cell to this particular cell. So anytime there's a change here, let's say we have something else like this, look at what we have here. It will definitely change to that. So the beauty of linking of cell is for us not to repeat whatever we have done. We have done the same thing for the name too. Same cell linking. Just click equal to sign. Go to your database and link it to the name cell. So when you click enter, the name or whatever you have there comes to this place. So you come to the bottom right corner, drag it down, and you have it fill up automatically. So with that too, we are good to go. This part is for us to impute the scores for first term and for English. This template is structured per term and categorized by subject. If you see this place is first term, we have second term here, and we have third term here. I've intentionally used different colors to distinguish them. And the subjects too. All those three tables are for English score. So when you scroll down the sheet, you will see for the next subject, and for the next subject, and for the next subject. So we have structured it per subject, per term, which will make our score input very, very easy. We'll be able to distinguish and check different statistics with our analysis. Now, if I scroll to my right, immediately after the third term entry, we'll see the overall section. And what we're doing here is we are bringing the first term score, the total term score for first term, we are bringing it here. And we are doing for second term, for third, and we are finding the average for English. We do the same for creative arts, numeracy, quantitative reasoning, and all other subjects. And this part, we have the overall analysis, where we sum up all first term score for each student. First term score for each student, their percentage, the grade, the position, and the cumulative score. And this last part, no, not the last part, the second to the last part, we have comments from teacher, class teachers, and head of school. First term, second term, third term, and this last part, we have the result. Now, let's go and explain each concept. For this part, we have structured this template to have test 1, test 2, test 3, and exam. And above each table, each cell, we have the total obtainable mark. So for test 1, the total score, the total mark is 10. Test 2, total mark is 10. Test 3, 20. Exam, 60. Now, once again, this is a sample template. Your own might be different, but it's the same concept. We are just learning the concept in case you want to build your own. And if you want to use this, you are free to use. Alright. For every test 1, the total mark is 10. Test 2, 10. Test 3, 20. Exam is 60. So this is where we impute the scores for the students. So for student 1, 10, 10, 20, 55. Now, if you see this part is total, and there's a formula here, summing it up automatically. Now, what this formula is doing is, I have constructed this as a table. So it is taking, if you watch, I have each sum. Sum means add up. Table sub 1 1. That's subject 1 and 1. So add up from test 1 to exam. That's from test 1 to exam. Whatever it is what you see. Now I'm going to copy these values and take it to a fresh page and show you what I'm doing exactly. So let's copy probably these 4 rows. Ctrl C, create a new sheet, come here under my paste, because I want to paste only the values. I will paste values, yes, paste values. Let me put it here, paste values. Okay, now it is easy here. Now I am done copying. Okay, let's assume we do not have scores here. There are no data here. Alright, student 1, don't forget that we said the maximum obtainable mark is 10, 10, 20, 40, 60. When we add up, we get 100. Good. Let's assume this first student has 10, 10, probably 8, and that's to poor. Let's say 18, 20, and in the exam, it'll be 55. Now, how do I generate the total? It's simple. equal sign. Now there's a function called sum in Excel. When you type SUM, you see sum comes up. If I double click it, now what are the requirements for sum to work? You must sum up some numbers. So I want to sum up these 4 numbers. I'll click from the first one, I'll drag it to the 4th one, I'll click enter. Automatically it has summed up E3 to H3. Where's E3? E3. H3. It is 3 here. H3 here. It has done that for me. So what I'm going to do is I'll copy this formula down. If I copy it down, you can see that I have 0 here. That means it's summing up the corresponding rows. And since there are nothing here, you have 0 here. So if I put something here now, you see this, it will keep on summing it like that for me. Good. Now I have 5.0 here. If you want to increase or reduce the decimals, this is the portion you will go. If I click this to add more decimal, if I click this to take off the decimals. So depending on what you want. For this, let me remove the decimals. So that's how to use sum. For percentage, I'll click in the cell, put my equality sign. Now what is the percentage of this score? Percentage works to the ratio of 100. So I'll just click on this cell that contains the total score, and I will divide by, in Excel, divide the slash by the total obtainable score, which is 100. In this case, 100. Or better still, I'll just sum up, write another formula to sum up this, to do that for me. Since it's straightforward, I can work it out. So I3 divided by 100, click enter, it will give me the percentage. And if I drag it down, I will have my values. But it's not yet configured as percentage. So if I highlight all the cells, there's this sign here, percentage. If I click it, to change it to percentage straight up. To do the grade, I will have to copy our predefined grading scale. So I'll copy this. I need to copy it so that I will show you how to do it. Ctrl C to copy. Come to this page, maybe somewhere here. Don't forget, I want to paste only the values. I click this. Then I have my grading scale here. Now to have the grade here, I can use the if formula, which will say if the grade is between this and this, put A, between this and this, put B, between this and this, put that and that. It will be very long. But I can use VLOOKUP in this way. Put your equality sign. There's a function called VLOOKUP. If I double click it, it tells me that VLOOKUP works with some criteria. Criteria number 1, look at this, lookup value. What is the value you want to look up to get the corresponding scale? I want to look up this 93%. So you click it, put a comma, then you have your table array. Where is the table you want to look up from? This is the table. These 2 tables, these 2 columns. So you highlight your table, put comma again, column index, the value I want to return here. Which column is it? Is it column 1 or 2? This is 1 and 2. It is on column 2 because it's the alphabet I want to put in that cell. So I type 2, then comma again. And the last thing is asking me, do I want to put the exact match or approximate match? So I'll click exact match, and the exact match is that false. Then close your bracket, click enter. Woo! we have an error, but not to worry. The reason is simple. We have 93% here, but in our table, there is no 93%. So we are not supposed to do exact match. Instead of false that gives us the exact match, we will do the approximate match, which is true. It will give us the corresponding approximate value. When we click enter now, we have our value, which is A. So it is telling us that any value between these two numbers will give us an A. So if I drag this down, now before I drag it down, my table remains constantly here, so it's not changing. So before I drag down, I'll come to my formula where I have the table array. This place, I'm going to lock the table by clicking and typing F4, and again I'll do F4. Why am I putting F4 here? I'm saying my table array does not change. It will always be here. So when I drag it down, it doesn't move. So if I click enter now, I drag it down, I will have everything in order. But if I have not locked it, this table would have been dragging down to where there are no values, and I'll be getting wrong results. And that is how to generate the grade. Don't forget, what this $ is doing for me is that lookup O, lookup 3, that is O3, and lookup P and lookup 14 to P14. It's going to lock up this, and it won't change as I drag down. So for the position part, we are going to employ the services of a function called rank. This is rank. If I double click it, it's telling me that what do you want to rank? Where's the number? I want to rank this number. Now it's telling me ref. Ref means where are all the other numbers you want to rank alongside it. So I'm going to click the first one to the last number. Then close my bracket. And don't forget, I have to lock this again because I want to drag down. So I'll click the first J3. I'll click F4 to put $ in front of J and in front of 3, or you can type it manually. It's still the same thing. Click my enter. So it's telling me now that this person is first in this list. Let me click down and see what I have in order. So this person is second. These two people are third. And that's how to do position. And on the other side, you can just type in your comment for this child. Sorry. And that's all we are doing. And that's all we are doing on the gradebook. And that's all we have here on this grade. So we do that for first term, second term, third term, same thing. And if you scroll down, for all the other subjects, it's the same concept. But because you might want to test some other statistics, if you scroll down this, you will see that I have a column where I'm checking out the test average and the test average percentage, the minimum mark for each test. Because this template is constructed not just to give results, but to analyze all the data you have. You might want to find out the average of all the tests. Test 1, 2, 3 and the exam. The overall class average, the mean, the marks, the median, the standard deviation, whatever you want to do. The same way. Well, you just need to, let's copy this to the other page and do the same thing. Paste the values here. Let's delete all the values there and let's do it from this. Okay, test average. As the word sound, average. How do we do average? Equal to, there's a function called average. Then you look for average of all your test scores. Click enter. And that's all about that. Then you drag to all other parts. So this is the average of this test 1, average of this test 2, test 3, and exam. Now, average percentage equal to, this is the average. You click the average, you are looking for percentage, so you are divided by the maximum mark. What's the maximum mark here? That's 10 that we put up here. You click enter, you have the percentage, but still in decimal. You click your percentage here, it changes to percentage. You drag it to the example. Alright, for the minimum part, you type min and you select your values. You click enter. It's telling us that out of all the tests here, the minimum value is 5. You drag down to get the minimum values. Here there's a function called marks. Same way, then you drag down, that's the maximum test score in that place. Also we have median. The same way, and you drag down. So you might be interested in all these statistics depending on what you want. We have standard deviation too. Standard deviation. The same way, click enter, you drag down, and that's that. And you do the same thing here. Now this one is for each test, but this one is for the class average, class mean, and all that. So in this place, you will not be working with the tests, you'll be working with the total percentage. So it's just the same way. Now average now. So I'll be working with the total percentage. So I'll do it very fast for all other ones. So we are done for the other ones, and basically that is what is happening here, and that is all about this part of the template. So on this side, what we have is to transport all the total scores for each subject in each term to this place by doing cell linking. So this is English first term. What is the total score for English first term? Just link it to cell H7. What do we have in H7? H7 is total first term score for English. So just all we are doing here is linking the totals of each subject and each term. Then we find the average of the three of them using the average formula. Now I've put if error. I've wrapped it up with if error in order to make this table neat, because when you are doing average and you don't have any values here, so 0 divided by 3 give you 0. All this place would have been populated with 0, 0, 0, 0. So I'm saying if there's no value, there's an error, just put 2 quotation in Excel means nothing. And that's that about that. And you do it for all of the subjects. The reason we are doing it is for the next segment, which is the analysis. So on this part, we are going to sum up the total score for student 1. Everything is summed up here. Now I've used the sum if formula, which is very simple to understand. Now this is telling us that sum if we check AI6 to BD6, that is AI6 from here is where we have from here, this is AI6. Now, from here down to this place, what we are doing here is, if the value is AI6, and in AI6 we have first term, so add up all the first term in AI7 to BV7. So what this beautiful formula is doing for us is simple. We are telling it that add up all the values here if it belongs to first term, because this is first term, and we'll do the same thing here. Add up all the values here if it is second term. Add up all the value if it is third term. That's just it. And for the percentage part, the same way, whatever is here, we divide it by the total obtainable score, which is the summation of all these one. And the same way we got our grade on this sheet, that's the same thing we are doing here. And the same way for our rank, that's the position as we did it here. That's the same thing we are doing here. The same thing for this part, and the cumulative average is, as it sounds, the average of the three terms put together divided by 3, and we find the average overall, average and the position overall. Remember, in third term we work with cumulative average, so this one will come in handy for our two-term result. And on this portion we have created this part for class teachers' comment and head of schools' comment. So we come up on the result sheet for first term, second term and third term. And this last part, that's the report part.